What are the best psychological mind tricks you know? My boss at a retail store taught me this one on how to deal with customers when they won't stop talking to you because they have nothing else to do with their day. While they are talking with you, start walking towards the door while responding to them. They will naturally follow, you open the door for them, while still talking to them, and they will walk through. You follow. Now you are both outside the store and you say, "Okay, well, have a great day," and walk back inside. This works. Used it many times over the year. I call it walking them to their car. For irate or explosive customers I say, "Let's talk about this outside," and make them follow me. They usually cool down in the process. In my store, people would think I'm asking to fight, lol. I get the concept though. When people are irate and have an issue with a price or something else, I like to walk and talk normally about something else until we get to the problem area. Always bring inept management 2 options, the one you want them to choose, and another that's obviously not a good idea. It can't be too obvious though. I have dealt with highly evolved management. The T's 1000 of boobery, if you will. I bring the obvious good idea and obvious bad idea. He shoots down both in favor of his plan, which is objectively brain damaged. The better way is to bring management your second best idea but point out the flaw, and then present the idea you want them to choose. Telling myself I'll just do something light when I don't feel like exercising. It gets me started, and then I usually do a pretty good workout anyway. My thing is that I have to go to the gym. I am allowed to turn around as soon as I reach the locker room. Or just sit and read a book. Or scroll on my phone. But I have to physically go to the gym. I can think of just one time in the past 7 years when I left as soon as I got to the locker room. And a few times when I ended up walking on the treadmill while reading. But mostly I do at least a light workout, if not a full one. This works with eating too. I can eat anything I want. But first I have to drink 12 ounces of water and wait 15 minutes. Usually I find out I wasn't hungry, but thirsty and/or bored. If you give something to someone while talking to them, they will grab it automatically. This happened at work once. My boss and I were talking and she handed me a bag with bits of paper in them. Being near the trash can, I tossed them for her. Then she gave me a strange look and asked, "Did you just throw away the names for Secret Santa?" Well, if I told you it wouldn't be a secret, now would it? This is what the door-to-door salesmen do with their products or whatever. When you take it, they won't take it back until they finish their song and dance. One of these days I'm gonna take the bait and then shut the door pretending that I thought it was a gift. When walking in crowded areas and an oncoming wall of humans are consuming the entire sidewalk, just stop. Completely stop. They will move around you, clearing the path. It feels like Moses parting the sea. Yelling "I'll jerk you off" can often make them walk around you too. If you want to make someone uncomfortable because they're a jerk, talk to them and don't look them in the eye. Look at their forehead. It slowly undermines their self-confidence and they're so busy trying to figure out what you're doing that they forget to be an ass to you. Meet my eye line, Jim. I love subtly making my coworkers like each other with very, very small manipulations nobody questions. Like telling them something they did good or what is great about them and adding, "X thinks that, too." Doing the same thing with Y, telling them X said so. I know it sounds terrible, but I love it when they start to really act nicer to each other and becoming friendly over the time. You have to be very patient and don't rush it, keep it very casual and simple, just to leave a positive impression they get of each other. At one point it stops being a lie because they really say nice things about each other. While manipulative, I don't think it is devious. Oftentimes people truly do notice the good qualities, but focus on the bad qualities more of others. Complimenting someone and letting them know that other people see it builds confidence for them to express that quality more. Especially if it is genuine. Your method mends relationships. When you can't choose between 2 things, do the coin 50/50ths, but don't look at the result. Pick the thing that you wish would have won. It works every time, at least for me. I do a similar thing, but I do look at the result. If I feel any sense of disappointment about the result, no matter how small, then I know what I ultimately prefer. When doing one-on-ones with people, especially when you want to get to the bottom of something, say nothing. Ask an initial question. Let them talk. Say nothing in reply or something small that they can't change the tangent of the conversation. Most people become uncomfortable and will fill the silence by talking more. You gain a lot more from this than you would in some instances than by asking probing questions. Doesn't work on extreme introverts though. They don't mind the silence. Can confirm. As an introvert, I'll watch your hair twitch in the stale AC airflow before I speak again. Get someone to say yes to something small and it significantly increases the odds they'll say yes to something bigger. Get someone to fulfill small favors for you and you'll increase chances significantly that they'll think favorably about you. If you want a panic attack, overthink. When someone shoots an insult or wise-ass comment, play dumb and pretend you don't understand or didn't hear them. It removes their power if they have to repeat it. Be an active listener and people will tell you more than they want to without realizing. Encouraging words and gestures at appropriate times are op-AF. If you are also non-committal with your statements, you are halfway to being a decent lawyer. Memorization by repetition. If you're stuck talking to someone on the phone, walk to your own front door and ring the doorbell or knock on it. Then you just say, "Hey, someone's at the door, I've got to go." And say bye and hang up. Works every time. Letting people who are wrong think they are right and then minding my own business. Saves me mad energy and peace of mind. They can never know my Jedi ways. Brush your teeth after dinner. If you're like me, having to brush them again before bed is enough of a deterrent to keep me from having a midnight snack. If you talk and someone interrupts you, keep talking, but quieter. They will listen when you hit this perfect volume.